Move to the side and do a horse riding stance. Knife hand block, knife hand strike to the throat. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And then back to June B. Ready? One-step sparring number 2. So move to the side, just like number 1, into a horse riding stance, knife hand block. Number 2 has 2 punches and a 2-finger strike to the eyes. And then back to a fighting stance. Ready? One-step sparring number 3. Just like number 1 and number 2, move into a horse riding stance, knife hand block, spear hand strike, tiger mouth strike, knife hand strike. Back to a fighting stance. One-step sparring number 4. Now you're moving into a tiger stance, inside to outside block, front kick to the groin, pop the ears, grab the head. Defender or attacker is going to defend themselves while you smash the head on the knee. Back to a fighting stance. One-step sparring number 5. Moving to the outside of the punch into a horse riding stance, deflecting block to the elbow, turning tiger's paw strike to the ribs, dropping the hips for your hammer fist strike to the back of the neck, and a one knuckle punching to the side to the ribs. Back to a fighting stance. One-step sparring number 6. Stepping back, just like you're opening a door, so that way the attacker doesn't punch me. Inside block to the wrist, appa yap chuggy to the collarbone. Slide back into a fighting stance. One-step sparring number 7. So on this one-step sparring, you're going to move closer to the attacker. It's important for the attacker to always step forward into a good front stance. It doesn't matter the distance of the defender. So right before the punch gets to you, you're going to do a high block, spin step into a horse riding stance, almost like you're sitting on the attacker's leg. Then an elbow to the ribs, down low, and then a high elbow to the face. Recover into a back stance with a double knife hand block. One-step sparring number 8. Sort of like one-step sparring number 6. You're going to step back. This time you're going to do an inside-outside block. Appa yap chuggy to the ribs, landing forward so you can have distance to do your back kick to the face. One-step sparring number 9. Just like one-step sparring number 5, you're going to go to the outside of the punch, pushing the elbow up to the face, turning bridge hand strike to the throat, roundhouse kick with the ball of the foot to the groin that causes the attacker to go down. As you're landing, reverse knife hand strike to the back of the neck, and a regular punch to the ribs. One-step sparring number 10. Going to the outside of the punch again, you're going to do an inside block with another inside block. The first inside block is catching the wrist. The second inside block is breaking the elbow. The side that breaks the elbow is going to start your kick. It's going to be a front kick to the ribs, followed up by a jump front kick to the ribs. Then you're going to land that jump front kick and go inside to outside, axe kick. Recover to a fighting stance. One-step sparring number 11. This one I'm doing a ridge hand block. Instead of blocking with my knife hand, I'm going to be blocking with the ridge hand. Stepping inside of the punch, my other ridge hand block is going to strike the elbow, breaking the arm, and then I'm going to pull my attacker in and strike with my shoulder to the chest. The side that breaks the arm is going to start my attack. It's a reverse knife hand strike to the throat, palm heel strike to the face, elbow to the face, ending with an appa yap chuggy to the ribs. One-step sparring number 12. Once I defend, then the attacker is going to retreat using their front stance to the down block 3 times. I'm going to step forward into a fighting stance and use my inside block. Spinning back kick to the body. Land in a fighting stance. Spinning back kick to the face. And then recover into a back stance with a double knife hand block. One-step sparring number 13. This is the first one-step sparring where you block with a kick. It's an outside crescent kick, landing back. Front leg does a roundhouse kick, landing closer to your first foot, ending with a spinning hook kick, landing all the way back. One-step sparring number 14. Also blocking with a kick. Outside crescent kick with the opposite leg. Jump spinning outside crescent kick. One-step sparring number 15. Starting like number 11. Ridge hand block with the ridge hand block to the elbow, breaking the arm. The one that breaks the arm is going to grab the wrist. You're going to do an appa yap chuggy to the knee, then to the ribs. You're going to let go of the arm as you do a hook kick and a roundhouse, all without landing the leg. One-step sparring number 16. On this one-step sparring, we're using a double block. It's an outside block, followed up by an inside block. They both happen at the same time. Stepping forward, then my attacker is going to start moving backwards. It's a defensive back kick with a spinning hook kick. One-step sparring number 17. Moving to the outside of the punch, like number 5, number 9, number 10. I'm going to do an outside deflecting block, pushing on the elbow. Other hand's going to punch to the ribs. This same side is going to start with my double. 1, 2. Then the last leg that just kicked is going to do an inside-outside axe kick, ending with a side kick with the back leg. Sliding back into a fighting stance. One-step sparring number 18. Just like number 1, you're going to step to the inside of the punch in a horse riding stance. Knife hand block, turning ridge hand strike to the groin. Then you're going to do a pato chuggy to the groin, side kick to the knee, a side kick to the ribs, landing over, and then a hook kick to the face. One-step sparring number 19. Stepping back, using your deflecting block to push the fist. Spinning hook kick to the head, that's going to bring them down. Roundhouse kick to the face, landing forward, stepping back into a fighting stance. One-step sparring number 20. blocking with a kick, sort of like number 14. So you're going to do an inside crescent kick and a nada bon with a crescent kick.